What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on the stream start. For those guys replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications for these live chats. You can take part right along with us. So, had it for a couple of days. Wanted to wait. Obviously, we can go live Tuesday, and we typically don't on Wednesday. This did come in on Tuesday. Got the new Cedar Pine from Authenticity. Sonny sent it my way, as per usual. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. If it falls in between, I'll tell you why it falls in between. Because not everything he's done has been a hit. I wasn't a fan of Tobacco Oud. I thought it was okay. The Cigar Musk was really good. That's some of his most recent releases. I thought that one was like really, really good. Got high hopes for this. Just based on the name, the juice color seems to be a greenish hue. I haven't opened it. Cedar Pine. Woods and piney green. I'm thinking it's going to move us right on into spring. So we'll check that out in a little bit. And we'll have our usual live chat. As far as what I'm wearing, Club de Nuit Intense Man Limited Edition Parfum. And in my shorts video for my sin of the day, the main question is, have you tried the new Extrait de Parfum? Well, no. I would have a video on YouTube if I had. That's what I do. It's how I roll. Fragrance Buy doesn't have it in stock. That's usually where I buy it from. When it pops up, I'll buy it. I'll do a video on it. Will it be better than this? I don't know. I'm going to find out. I've got all but the EDP, which from what I understand is basically this. So I love it. I love the candied lemon. It's smoothed out. It's not as harsh as the EDT. It's not as earthy as the Pure Parfum perfume. Smoky magic. Beautiful stuff. Citruses, fruits, super smoky, musky. Love the performance on it. I don't go super anosmic to it. I sprayed it like a little over 2 hours ago. I smell it as I'm moving my head. I'm getting whiffs of it strongly. Wife likes it. Win. You can wear it for anything. I don't think it's too heavy for the summer. And I've worn it to dinners. I've worn this over a handful of times to dinner dates with the in-laws, just me and the wife. Just when the mood strikes me, I think it's good for just about anything. Still my favorite Aventus-inspired fragrance, You can't go wrong as far as the drink of choice. The greatest energy drink on the market. Come at me, bro. Welch's Grape Ghost. And let's get caught up in this chat. Hit that like button on the way in. It does help. Live with George tomorrow. Not setting it up till tomorrow. You had to be here to know about it. Is basically what it is. You had to be here to know about it. We'll be live with George tomorrow afternoon. So some of you know what that means. So, yeah. So that's tomorrow. Good to see Sir Milano Privé. You can't go wrong there. I think if you have 1 million Privé, wear the original. But if you don't have it, it's discontinued for several years now. It's pricey on eBay. That's basically the same thing. It's one of the clones that I find is like pretty much a dead ringer to the original because there's no big gap in quality. It's not a real complex fragrance to begin with. Milano Privé is the way to go over getting a discontinued bottle. 1 million Privé. Assad Zanzibar, great fragrance. Great fragrance. And Percival this evening, which I wore yesterday. Great choice. In fact, let me slide him on over there. We got 2 Parfums de Marley's this week. 2 blue bottles. We did Leighton and Percival this week. Precious Treasure, excellent choice. Valentino Uomo Intense, speaking of excellent choices. Leathery Spiced Vanilla Iris. Hope CP is good. Because, Cedar Pine already. Don't let me done, Ross. Don't let me done. I won't let you done. I won't let you done, Paul. I don't know if I don't like it, that would be letting you done. But, is that obnoxious? I guess I am trying to be. I don't know. Obviously, he means don't let me down. I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty good. I think it'll at least be a very good fragrance. I highly doubt this one's not going to be my style because the name alone very much intrigues me. Because his oils aren't super cheap, so it's not going to be that cheap, sharp cedar. It should be decent quality cedar. I don't know if it's Virginia. I think he typically uses Virginia cedar. So, it should be good. Good to see Sir Loewe 7 Cobalt. We got Mind Games Gambit. And 40 knots. Damn. You're the one to beat, Kevin. You were the one to beat, sir. Lamal Elixir, great choice. Jasada Ambassador, sample slaps, so I got to cop the full bottle with the wink emoji. So, okay, I'll feed into it. Your fragrance sample slapped you? You might want to look into that. Be careful. Maybe that fragrance isn't for you after all. Is that what you were looking for? I hope that pleased what you were looking to get. He always says some random ass dumb shit when he shows me that you're good to see you. Good to see you as always. Latafa Al Jahara. Never tried it. Good to see you, Giancarlo. M Eagle Go Eagles. I'm going to say you're an Eagle fan. Just going to put that out there. I'm just assuming here. Lamal Le Parfum. Beautiful iris fragrance. Excellent choice. Reserve Privé or L'Homme Intense. You have Dior Homme Intense already. They're both stellar. I have been wearing Reserve Privé on and off as of late, so I'm probably going to have to go with the recency bias and say that the Boozy Accord does separate it. So Reserve Privé is my vote. Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Dan, not the man. You automatically get a soft live stream clap for the greatest blue fragrance of all time. Mr. Sean, good to see you, sir. Bad Boy Elixir. Yeah, it went up on Wednesday morning. I bought it Wednesday morning. Just got tracking right before we went live. I was checking my emails. When did it say it's supposed to be here? I was about to buy the 50 ml. It was 128. And I thought about how 80% of my Bad Boy bottles are 100 mLs. The only two 50s I have is Cobalt Elixir and Le Parfum. Everything else is 100 ml. And I was like, for the sake of uniformity, 163. So after tax, it was like 173 something. I bought the 100 ml. I didn't need 100 ml, but I bought 100 ml. So fuck it. Let me see. It's the newest from FedEx. When's it estimate? It just shows label created. Coming from Pennsylvania. Lower Nazareth, Pennsylvania. So, yeah. I would assume Monday. Maybe Saturday. It's Thursday. There's a chance. Maybe I get lucky and get it Saturday. If not, it'll probably be Monday, I would think. It shows label created. It all depends on when it actually leaves their facility. But yeah, I bought it immediately. iFragrance had put it up. I always check the link to see if it's actually in North America. This time, it was actually Carolina Herrera's U.S. site where I could actually buy the damn fragrance they were saying available for purchase now. That's the one thing I hate about iFragrance. They'll post a link for the first place it's available in the world. In the world doesn't apply to me in North America 99% of the time. Like what one was in Canada? Strong With You Parfum. Armani Beauty's Canadian site. Those of you in Canada, you can get Strong With You Parfum from Armani Beauty. I can't. I tried to order it. They won't let me. I tried. I was like, screw it, Canada. I got a shot here. It's on the same piece of land. It doesn't have to go over water. It didn't work out. So those of you in Canada, if you want Strong With You Parfum, ArmaniBeauty.com is awaiting your purchase. Couldn't get it. I would have loved to. I was ready to buy. That I was definitely going to buy a 50 ml. Good to see you, sir. Dior Parfum 2025 on Tuesday. Not bad at all. Makes me think of Born in Roma Intense. That's fair. With Gentleman's Society. That's fair. Pretty much every good designer, people are going to relate it to, basically. Every sweet, ambery, woody designer out there, with or without iris, people are going to compare it to. It's like of that style. It doesn't smell exactly like any one of them, but it's like kind of like them all. So, look, if it was 125, I don't think people would be complaining as much. Still saying Dior Homme Parfum makes everybody bitch, gripe, moan, complain, makes it. I was about to get a little bit more graphic of something making something hurt. So, yeah, it always goes back to comparing it to the old one because of the name. I just wish they would have gave it a different name. Extreme, Elixir, something. Don't name the damn thing Parfum because that's the main thing. Just making everybody beef with it. It's because it's called Dior Homme Parfum. Gucci Guilty Love Edition. I have not heard any opinions. I'm going to try to stay blind to it as long as I can. Seraphine Blue and on the airplane, Allure Homme Edition Blanche. 2 sprays, 2 hours before boarding. Oh, yeah, go ahead with your bad self. Safe travels, sir. Another one wearing Milano Privé. 2 in the chat. Armani Code Vintage 2004 bottle. All right. Ooh, Yum Pistachio Gelato from Cali. That's a great fragrance. YSL Tuxedo. Good to see you, sir. Percival. Wore that yesterday. Great choice. At the Barbers, my personal favorite barbershop fragrance. I think it's the cream of the crop, personally. And I sure appreciate that. Mr. Quest. Good to see you, sir. Sunday Mystic Intense by the Merchant of Venice. Blessings to all. Right back at you, sir. We sure appreciate you. Black Lacquer. Oh, and Lionheart is amazing. Lamal Elixir mixed with mint chocolate chip ice cream and Ross I Trust. I like that comparison. And everybody keeps saying, what about Latafa Kingdom? What about the Kingdom? When this versus the Kingdom? I hear the Kingdom is a straight up clone of it. The reason I like Did I put it on the shelf? Where is it? Right here. The reason I like it so much is it's not a direct clone of it. Because when I want to wear Lamal Elixir, I'll wear Lamal Elixir. I like that it's full of, I think it straight up smells like peppermint. I like that it's not identical. So Lattafa the Kingdom interests me way less than this fragrance, because my understanding is it's a very close dupe of Lamal Elixir. Well, bully for all of you that don't have Lamal Elixir. That's probably a great pickup for you guys. For me, I like the twist, which I'm a broken record telling you guys. I like the twist. So that's why this one interests me so much. That's why I like this fragrance so much. If it was just a close dupe, I wouldn't like it as much. It's like, well, all right, I got another bottle of Lamal Elixir. I'm going to keep wearing my original bottle of Lamal. You see what I'm saying? For those that don't have Lamal Elixir, I bet it's a great purchase. I'm not throwing any shade. I bet it's a great purchase, but I like the twist. The twist, I actually like this profile better than Lamal Elixir. I really do. I'm all for the twists. Walk a similar path. Don't walk the same path. I'm rather inspired by than clone of. Baby cat. Ooh. Absolutely get a soft live stream clap. We got 122 in the chat. I sure appreciate you guys. Liquid Brune and vanilla is indeed life. Good to see you, Saga. Mr. Luis. Oh, he's about to flex on you. Yep. Vanilla Oud and Luna Rosa Black. You know, he got tired of losing his crown for the best 1-2 punch, I guess, because a couple people beat you there a few streams in a row. You came back strong. I commend you, sir. Hats off to you. Hat right back on after. A soft live stream clap. Good to see you, Luis. I hope you're doing well. Great choices, dude. Great choices. Must be nice and cool where you're at. So, fun fact, and it's not just for me. It's in Louisiana and here, because my stepdaughter texted my wife about it this morning. Barring any changes in the forecast, it's supposed to snow on my birthday here in the morning. A mixture of rain and snow. The high is 40. And it's a rainy day. And it's a windy day, which is going to help make the snow. So, I don't know. We're going shopping on live stream, so I don't know. But it's supposed to, until further notice, that's the current forecast as of last night, even into today. So, fingers crossed. That'd be wild. I live at the beach on the Gulf Coast. Let me get snow on my 40th birthday? Sure, what the hell? Why not? That's going to be funny to me. African Leather, good to see you, sir. Blaine, always a pleasure. The most wanted EDP, my favorite version. Ooh, don't tell me what you think, because I don't know the notes and I don't know what it smells like other than the assumption of what the name is, Cedar and Pine, right? Woody green. Woody green aromatics, what I'm expecting. The EDT, we were close to being scent twins. Good to see you, Seraphine Blue and Seraphine Red. We got two in the chat wearing Seraphine Blue. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We kind of match, and that's what I'm saying. We're almost there. How are you? Caught you early today wearing Kate Alfredson, just lounging around type of day. Got a haircut. Got you a nice fresh cut. Good to know. Good to know, man. Gentleman Boise, been busy with gym, school, and work. What are your predictions for the Super Bowl? Highly not interested this year. I actually don't have a prediction because I really don't care. My team's never in the running. I really don't care who wins. Once we get eliminated for playoff contention or out of the playoffs, which obviously we had no shot at the playoffs this year, I stopped caring. I really don't care. Mahomes could get another one. The Lions could win it, which honestly, if I got to pick one team that I'd like to see win it, I'd like to see Jared Goff be able to rub it in the Rams' face and you know, just everything, the turnaround of the Lions. It's a Cinderella story. I'd guess if I got to pick one, I'd like to see the Lions pull it off, but I mean, it'd probably be the Chiefs and the Lions. I know all the Eagles fans here right now. Oh, how do you not pick our Eagles? Because I'm not an Eagles fan. I don't care. I'm not a Lions fan either. But if I had to like pick, and it's not really predicting a winner, it's what I'd like to see happen. I'd like to see the Lions go all the way. Is that reality? I don't know. I think they got a pretty good shot at it. But again, I really don't care because, again, no dog in the fight here. But clearly a Saints fan still. We're done, and I'm still wearing Saints gear. But that's where I stand on it, basically. Good to see you, sir. History's the Parfum Irreverent and wearing Helvetti Black Rose. Good to see you, sir. Blue de Chanel Parfum. We got two in the chat wearing the GOAT of blues. Hell yeah. Mr. M.A. Styles wearing Diesel D. Kix Griffey wearing Second Soul. Kix Griffey approved FW Wolfpack for Life. Yak Mob. Hell yeah. Good to see you, sir. Wearing PDM Altair. Good to see you as well. I kind of want to see Cena do it now, just for shits and giggles. Since it's his last year, I want all the Cena magic. I know more than likely it's gonna be the he gets close over and over thing, since he's running all the way through December. I think it would be funniest for him to win Money in the Bank, but since The Rock's clearly out and we're not getting Rock and Cody anymore, or Rock and Roman Plan B, I kind of would like to see Cena win it, and it'd be Cena and Cody. But he's not going to win it. He's going to put Cody over because Cody's new Cena. He does all the media, makes all the events. He's got all the kids. He's the kids' biggest. He's the kids' superstar, like Cena was of this era. So it's an anointing thing. So I think I'd like to see that. And then you're going to see him get close, almost win the Elimination Chamber. But that would be my hopeful pick. My reality pick, I think, is going to be Punk. I think Punk wins the Rumble. But then again, that takes away from that favor from Paul Heyman. So they really got me kind of guessing here. So we're going to take up too much time doing this. I'm going to move on, Pusha P. I'm going to move on. I can keep going. Me and Dedrick haven't done a wrestling stream in a while. My guy, Josh, good to see. Blanco Puro by Perfu Adictos. Yes, by the way, guys, Amazon, it is up. He did let me know. Let's go take a look. Where is it at? I search it on Amazon and it doesn't come up. Well, let me pull up the link on my Instagram then. I do have the link he sent me in my messages, so we'll just do that. Jesus Christ. Real quick. Just want to show y'all. Jordan Grace is jacked all the time. She's been leaning out lately, for those of you that don't know, TNA wrestler. She'll be in the Women's Royal Rumble again. I was at the Rumble when her music hit. I was shocked. For those of you that saw my Instagram stories, I was like, no, I was screaming, holy shit, it's Jordan Grace, freaked out. So there's Jordan Grace. But as I was initially doing, that was the first thing on my feed. She hitting that little bicep pose, scratching her head. She did good 2 years ago. She did a bodybuilding show too. She won her show. She won an overall and everything. Where was I going? Where's Manny? There he is. Here is the Amazon link. $99. Perfuadictos. Copy. And we will put it in the chat for anybody, because some people have been asking me. So anybody that wants to check it out, that warm amber musk mango fragrance, there you go. Beautiful fragrance. It's an original. It's highly versatile, and it's very long lasting. Highly, highly, highly versatile. I know it shows jasmine, but it's not as strong on the jasmine. It's a variety of clean musks. It's amber throughout, and the mango starts strong, fades to the background, but never totally goes away. It's a beautiful fragrance. He did a great job with it. I'm glad you brought that up, Josh. It reminded me so I could pull that up. So I wanted to let everybody know. Bois Pacifique. So I saw Justin's first impressions. Estee Lauder sent it his way. Because, if Justin does a shorts video, so this was sent to me. God damn, Justin, how many packages do you get a week? Shout outs to my guy, Justin Copeland, who has been very sleep deprived as of late. I talked to him a couple days ago. The life of having a newborn. He's very sleep deprived. That's why his videos are spaced a little bit more. They're more 3-4 days apart now instead of every other day. Shout outs to the new parents, I'll grab it at some point. It sounded tantalizing. Good to see you, sir. Well, hell yeah. And Kajal Ohm 4. Hell yeah. Shaved ice. Hawaiian shaved ice. Good energy drink too. Noted. Aero CDT. That's going to make Jay very happy. Good to see you, sir. La Tacita de Cafe. One of the best coffee fragrances on the market. Mercedes-Benz Le Parfum. Go ahead with your bad self, Marcus. Not every day can be a French Defense Day, right? For those of you that didn't know and don't follow Marcus on IG, if you're into clean matching fits and you're a sneakerhead and you like fragrance, you should be following Polo and J's on Instagram. But aside from that, yesterday he was wearing French Defense. Yeah, he's killing him. You fucking killing him at work yesterday, Marcus. I already know what's happening. I know you got some compliments at work. I know you did. That was one of them days that they gave less of a fuck about your outfit and more of a fuck about your fragrance. Does that sound accurate? Because I'm feeling that's like 100% accurate, right? Good to see you, Marcus. Polo Deep Blue Parfum. What a great blue. Highly versatile, intense red tobacco, beautiful fragrance. So we're 20 minutes in. I mean, we got time. It's just the one fragrance we're covering. So I'm going to try not to skip a whole lot. Yeah, you always come in with some wild shit. I'm going to try not to skip a whole lot. That is super cheap for the money. I do have a full review from a few years ago on that one. It is the Sweet Almond DNA of the line. If you like the EDP or the Extreme, you'll probably like the EDT. It's the baseline DNA. If you like that one, you'll probably like most of the fragrances in the line. It's a good barometer. Versace Pour Homme in the office. Good to see you, sir. Just stopping by to say hi. I have to catch the replay. Bentley Intense. We appreciate you, sir. Here we go with the Eagles fans. Just remind you have to create the plum video. Yes, I know. I thought about it. I didn't forget about you. Spice Bomb Night Vision EDT. Hell yeah. Appreciate tropical coconut scent at the gym. Something very fresh. I recently watched videos of tropical scents, coconuts. Can you recommend something? Anything in the video you watched? If you want to wear stuff like that to the gym, any of them. They're all good. Coconut Lagoon, Cadlaja Island. You know, one's Le Beau Le Parfum clone. One's kind of Virgin Island water, but not. It's a sugared coconut with citruses, Coconut Lagoon. That's two at the top of the list that come to mind that are affordable, $30, $40 range that are just great. Another one wearing Vanilla Oud. Yeah, hell yeah it is. Hell yeah it is. So I'm going to skip down a little bit. I'm going to slowly skip down. So I apologize. I want to buy Strong With You Parfum or Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male Elixir. It's got my nose smoking hot and kind of want to save up. Well, save up. Which Elixir Absolute? Okay. Save up. Look, you could always get those designers later. If you feel you'll get more enjoyment out of the more special of the bunch, because Killian Smoking Hot that's an olfactive experience. It's a luxury fragrance. Save up and get it, man. Absolutely. You could always get those designers later, and they'll just get cheaper over time anyway. There's no rush to get them. I review them. I'm going to rush to get them if I'm excited about them, which those are two. Elixir Absolute, I absolutely want. And Strong With You Parfum, I was trying to buy it from Canada. I couldn't. As soon as I can get in the U.S., I'm going to get it because I collect those lines. Different for me, you know? Whereas if you have the ability to be patient and get something special first, do that. That's the better route to go. Because in hindsight, which you'll have later, let's say you save up and get Killian Smoking Hot, your desire to get the other two may weaken, and maybe you just get one of them later. Maybe you get both. Maybe you get neither. It gives you time to really sit on it. If you still have them on your mind later, you really want them. Maybe you go sample them and such. So go after the thing that you know you like and is really special first. That's my advice in this situation. Mr. Kyler Bourne, good to see you, sir. Absolutely let him know. Good to see you. Trying to make my way on down. Any hints on your birthday scent of the day? I haven't decided yet. It'll be one of those when I get to it kind of things. I might do Evening Mystique. Either Evening Mystique or Precious Treasure, something like that. Yeah, because it's going to be cold. So maybe I'm a lean Evening Mystique probably because it's a little bit heavier, a little bit more much more resinous. So I'll probably do that. Probably going to be Evening Mystique. Yeah, why not, right? So let me skip down because we need to get into this fragrance. We're 25 minutes in. We got the core. Less of the core because the core had grown. We've been hanging around 170 to 200 lately. Well, we got 115, 120 range today, but hey, glad you guys are here. Why would you want to ban Josh? Oh, you're a Kyler, you're a Giants fan. You guys are historically bad for a long time now. As we're starting to go through, we have nothing to say against highly competitive teams. Shut up. I'm not going to say nothing. Neither should you. If a Falcons fan comes in here, we both suck. That's different. You're talking about a team in your division that would stomp the shit out of your team 10 out of 10 times in a row if they play. So wrap it up. Summer Donna. Semadama. That's no point. You're a Giants fan. Half of your division are Super Bowl contenders every the last several years. So if you want to make fun of the Cowboys, I get it, but the Eagles is like even the Commanders right now. You should wrap it. My whole division shit. So, but your division's got contenders, and you got the worst team in the division like for years now. So shut it up. I hope a lot of you enjoyed that. I'm not defending the Eagles. I'm trying to hit him with reality. Like we ain't fans of those kinds of teams to talk that kind of shit right now, sir. Mebu Passion Island. I've heard good things. I looked at the box and the bottle. Tropical mango is your thing. It's worth a sample. I think Kaylin was the first one brought it up to me. I'm assuming that means I was right. We had a huge discussion about French Defense. No one liked it smelling from the bottle, but they loved it on skin because that's where the magic happens, is coming off the skin chemistry. The male pheromones, the natural scent mixing with it. That's the magic. Out the bottle, yeah, some are going to love it. Some of the nothing special, but changes the game, right? Changes the game. Well, hell yes, sir. Technically, it's redundant, but it is a pretty big twist. It's super peppermint heavy, and it lasts a while, too. It's peppermint Lamal elixir. There's redundancy, but it's not a direct copy. There's a big twist. Yes, big difference. Very big difference. Parfum smells like the EDP, but warmer and a little smoky. Whereas the elixir is a totally different fragrance. It's an earthy iris vetiver fragrance. It really doesn't smell much like the first two at all. Very different, not redundant. We talked about that about 5 minutes ago. Well, you can't help it because the Griffey Max 1 is one of his all-time favorites. That's where Kix Griffey comes from. Never tried it. Gave my bottle away. Don't like it. Gave my bottle away like 6 years ago. Urinal cakes, from what I hear. You know I'm right. The core of my Kara will be here at some point. That's what I do with Falcons fans. 28-3. It's the sore spot of all sore spots. That's a good way to make Matt Ryan frown on TV. I've seen people do it to him. Yeah, they shit the bed. Oh, speaking of, there she is. All right, we actually made it to the bottom for the admonishment. Go Bills. See, that's a dog that's in the fight, right? I need to thank the Giants for Saquon. There's another Eagles fan. There you go. Yeah. Valentino Uomo in this freezing Buffalo day, my best powdery Irish leather Tonka fragrance. And Cries Bois du Portugal, you, sir, smell very regal and classy and old school masculine, timeless quality stuff right there. So let's bust this bad boy open, shall we? Let's get into it. We made it a cool 29 minutes before we talk about the one fragrance. But that was trying to get to the bottom. It is what it is with the active chat. I won't say blessing and curse. It's a blessing. I'm happy to have you guys. Cedar Pine, white label, green line, green juice. Love the lime green juice. Atomizers lined up, always a good touch. 50% oil concentrations. It's what they always do. What the hell, doing a little half spray. Juicy citrus at the top. I wasn't prepared for that because I keep thinking cedar and pine, right? The name. That's all I'm expecting is what's in the name, not any supporting notes. Pine green and lime. It smells like lime, like fresh cut lime. Holy shit, that is juicy, juicy. Gotta swallow, making my mouth water. Anytime the citrus is super juicy or it's a real juicy fruit smell, it always makes the saliva happen. It just does. It's just a reaction that my body gives off when I smell that. Everything's tied together: taste, olfactive, touch, everything. The woody note here does have a little bit of an edge, but it doesn't smell like a cheap cedar. It might be Atlas cedar, Virginia cedar, or whatever. It smells like a decent quality wood. It's prominent, clear woody note here, and not a creamy sandalwood kind of thing. Not a smoke. It's not real smoky or anything, but sharp pine green. Like even a little coniferous, a little pine coney, not just pine needle. Super juicy citrus. This is versatile. This is springtime. My assumption was right. This is going to just guide you right on into springtime. Very bright and aromatic. It's clean too. A little soapy, honestly. Like not so much soapy as maybe there's some aldehydes because it's got this bright effervescent kind of just lifting the top note. Could be aldehydes, could be ozonic notes or something, but there's something that's really bright and aromatic, almost ozonic. That's why I say it could be aldehydes or ozonic notes or something like that. Super fresh, woody, aromatic. Let's see what kind of notes we're working with here. Right now, they got a 20 off code, by the way. So the code 20 off. So you can actually save 20% right now. 10 off is the norm. But right now, they got 20 off. So $44, you get 20% off on top of that with 20 off. Super sale. Cedar Pine. A refreshing burst of citrus meets the tranquil embrace of lush forest with rich, earthy undertones. So it should get earthy as it dries. All right, let's see what we got. Awaken your senses with the crisp embrace of Cedar Pine. A fragrance that evokes the serenity of the sunlit forest. Zesty top notes of orange, lime, nailed it, and apple. Really? Would not have guessed that. Deliver a refreshing burst of citrus and fruit, while the heart unfolds the evergreen allure of fir, pine, and the soft elegance of green tea and jasmine. Okay, so I don't know what's given this like really bright effervescent smell at the top. I don't know, because for being such a heavy oil concentration, it's super bright at the top. Grounded in a rugged base of cedarwood, birchwood, so that it should get a little smoky wood smell, and oak moss. This captivating scent captures the harmony of nature in a bottle. Cedar Pine is a timeless blend of freshness and strength, perfect for adventurers who seek sophistication. I would say freshness and strength is a good way to put this. It's becoming very woodsy. It's still juicy, making my mouth water still. And it's not over the top green. Like you see fir balsam, and pine, green tea, you would think it's mega herbal green. No, not really. Supportive notes. It's more woody and citrus than anything else. Yeah, this is like really fucking good. This is top 5 from the house. It's not better than Summer Vibes 4.0 and 2.0. It's not better than Clean Musk. It's not better than Tobacco Boss. That's my favorites. And Barbershop. It might replace Barbershop because it has a bit of a barbershop element to the profile. So I'd probably put this above Barbershop, and probably for wearability's sake, I'd put it above Tobacco Boss as well. I think this is my number 3. Yeah. That's so good. Sonny, I know you'll see this. Good job. Soft live stream clap. I'm going 8.5 out of 10. This is great. My first impressions, my initial thoughts on this. We're not deep in the dry down. We're early stages of the fragrance. It's a high oil concentration, so it's going to take a bit to get to the deep dry down to see just how woody, smoky, and earthy it can get. But the opening is pretty addictive. It's over the top fresh. And if it transitions the way this write-up says into some very earthy, woody notes at the base, this is going to be just an olfactive treat, a masculine olfactive treat. I can't see too many ladies wanting to rock this, but everybody's got different tastes. Just because it leans very masculine doesn't mean there aren't some ladies that won't enjoy this fragrance. Apple's creeping in more now. Now I smell the fruitiness more than the citrus. Still mouth-watering, juicy though. It's just the right amount of green. It's a banger. Let's see what the 3 reviews say. Not a favorite for me personally. It's too medicinal. I don't find that. Which unfortunately is my worst smell in a fragrance. Definitely getting green aspects, almost polo style green. I don't think it's earthy to that level, but piney, sure. Maybe if I let it sit a couple of weeks, that bathroom cleaner smell will go away. Right now, it's a week like for me. See, not everybody feels the same, right? Right under it, I love it. A forest Christmas tree pine scent profile with a nice woody cedar background. Great winter scent if you like pine and woods. I have a short. Oh, it's Vincent's. Shout out to Vincent's. He might be in here. Another one says, I love it. Great fragrance if you like pine. It's Vincent again. That's funny. So Vince loves it. This other guy, Carlito, does not. All good. I like it. I think it's really good. I think it's some of his best work. I don't get bathroom cleaner smell. If you get bathroom cleaner smell out of this, there's a lot of cheaper fragrances that he probably can't stand. Some certain cheaper Middle Eastern ones and stuff that are super, super like industrial strength cleaner, chemically synthetic kind of stuff. He must fucking hate those if he doesn't like something like this. I mean, I don't know how easy it would be to sample. I don't think he's got samples available on this particular scent. No, I don't see any samples. I don't know if he still does them or not. I don't see anything about samples. Yeah, I don't see nothing about samples. So blind buy at your own risk. Just because I like it a lot doesn't mean you won't. You may think it smells like a bathroom cleaner that's medicinal. I disagree, but I mean, hey, that's his takeaway. I'm not hating on the guy. He just doesn't like it. Oh, I'm here for this. 8.5 for me. I think it's great. I don't think it's his best work, but I think it's of some of his best work. Like I like this. Let me point out what I like it more than. Authenticity, their namesake fragrance, the creamy sandalwood fragrance is solid. I like this more. L'Homme Riche, I like this more. Barbershop, I slightly like this more. Summer Vibes 2.0, that's my number 2 clearly. Romeo Blue, Silver Lux, Fresh Boss, all solid scents. I like this more. Tobacco Boss, one of my favorites, but the wearability puts it above it. Sweet Coffee, got to be in the mood for it. That's all coffee fragrances for me, and that time has passed. Cherryland, hit or miss, depends on if you're in the mood for it. Clean Musk, goated. That stuff's amazing. It makes a great base. If you just like something clean and versatile, inoffensive, that has great longevity, there you go. It is, as the name indicates. This is the GOAT, top seller for a reason. Iced Pineapple, the GOAT. This is solid, but I like this more. Summer Vibes 5.0, not as good as 4 and 2.0 to me. The original, that's hilarious. So the original is a fresher version of the 2.0. They're very redundant, but there is some difference. Same formula, just one stronger than the other. Cigar Musk is a great new release. I think this is awesome. Tobacco Oud wasn't my thing. Berry Lush, it's good. Not a strong contender. I like this more. So that's the way I would rank them. It's definitely in like top 3 or 4 from the house for me personally. I like it a lot. I'm a fan. Let's see, where were we? Right here. Chris, good to see you, sir. African Leather by Memo. Blind Buy seems up my alley. Scent of the day. Strong with You Tobacco. Hell yeah. And Enigma Parfum Cologne. What a 1-2 punch. You definitely get a soft live stream clap. I'm glad you enjoy it, my man. I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, we didn't make those in 4 ounce. So nice color combo. Yeah, I love the color of the juice with the white label with the green line. That's a nice little touch that you get the green line. It's a nice touch. Oh, we got another one wearing Club Diddy Intense Man. I'm wearing the limited edition Parfum. Not quite. Oh, that's how far back I am. Good to see you, Tay. Argos Nemean line. I've never tried it. At some point, I will get my nose on it. You have a great evening, Roy. Zaharoff Pour Homme, the original 99 release, or Signature Pour Homme 2018? Because there is a Zaharoff Pour Homme. That's why I ask. That was 25 years ago, 26 years ago now, the day it came out. That was George's first men's fragrance. Can we please? Another one wearing Enigma Parfum Cologne. Hell yeah. In Armani Mania, I'm jealous. No, from what I hear, a urinal cake smell. I've never tried it, but I've heard a lot of people say urinal cake. So I've never been enticed and intrigued enough to try it. I've never heard good things. Never. Never. And when I do see the random good thing, I think it's a troll thing to bait me into trying it because it smells like a urinal cake. Tons of people over the years have said that. So I don't know. Maybe I'd love it. I don't know. Absolutely. Leans masculine. Yeah, definitely leans very masculine. There's others I would recommend over this for the ladies that maybe like a little bit of a masculine lean, but not like straight up man smell. Because when it's like super masculine, it's man smell. You know, just like there's super girly ones where it's like, no chance. And I have certain feminine, like very feminine fragrances that I thoroughly enjoy wearing myself that are actually marketed for women that I own for me. But then there's some that are just way too girly girl. Can't do it. You know, can't do it. This just smells like a chick. You know, I'm much more liberal about my scent choices than a lot of guys, but that's just because of my love for the diversity and variety of perfume. You know, the olfactory treat that is these aromas. Whereas there's some guys, like I had a guy telling me that in the comments today that Vibrant Vetiver Delight was too girly for him. He had to get rid of it. Hopefully, Moscow Mule that he ordered isn't too feminine. It was like, damn, you find stuff like that girly? Fuck. We are not the same, you know? Because I don't find those feminine at all. Very small independent house. So I'm not sure if he'll ever grow to that point, but you never know. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'll just wear Spice Bomb Extreme. Like I don't even reach for Cremo Spice and Black Vanilla anymore. I just because I was so seldom wear Spice Bomb Extreme. I don't love it the way everybody else does. I'm not chasing women or trying to date women and looking for women's advice on what women like. Because that's who buys Spice Bomb Extreme basically at this point. Is like you watch the chick channels and they're like, this is it. And people buy it. That's why it's so popular. I like it. It's just I don't like it as much as like Night Vision EDP, both infrareds. I like the original more. Fresh, the discontinued, that's my favorite, but everybody's different though, right? So that's my point is like I don't wear the original enough to warrant getting affordable knockoffs of it, you know. But I'm glad you enjoy it. Like I'm not knocking the fragrance. I'm just explaining my situation on why I just don't have interest in stuff like that. Because if I have the original and I never really touch the original, I'm not going to go after clones. You know, code EDP and Mephisto in the mail. Whew. Damn. New code EDP. I heard it's like old Profumo, but Mephisto from Xerjoff. That's my favorite Xerjoff. Yeah, if you click view more, the video description box, I do have an affiliate link. I do make a small commission if you happen to make a purchase. I sure would appreciate it. Clean Musk is probably the safest fragrance you can buy from them. If you like just the clean, soapy, fresh fragrances, like it's a super clean aldehydic white musk smell. It's very bright and fresh. It's the base for several of his fragrances. It's so good. So good. It's not over the top soapy, but it's a little soapy, super, super clean. It's so appropriately named. Clean white musk fragrance through and through. High concentration, but definitely doesn't wear heavy. Wears very bright. It's good stuff. Yeah, just click view more. I sure appreciate it. Thank you very much. My man, we dropped the link earlier. We sure did. We dropped the link in the chat earlier. Josh reminded me, and we went look at it on the Amazon store. So when I just search it on Amazon, it doesn't come up. But I went get the link in our conversation, and I put it in the chat, and we pulled it up on screen for everybody to look at. Send me a decant of what? I'm back. I got Bodicea for decants I haven't even opened yet from that Jason sent me. I got stuff from Jared I still never touched. I still got several things to go through from Kaylin. Like, don't send me a decant. Quest randomly sent me. Shout out to Quest. He's here. He messaged me to let me know he sent me Polo Red Extreme. I'm like, hey, man, please let's talk about it first, you know, just in case there's expectation, which obviously I know there's not with him. But I don't know when I'm going to touch that. That's why I don't like people just randomly sending me stuff. Because if I ever send you guys a package and you're like, oh, I got his P.O. box now, please don't randomly send me things. It's very kind and generous, but talk to me about it first. Because I'm not saying this is everybody in every case, but I get it. And I'm not trying to say I'm somebody special, but you might say, oh, I'm sending my guy a fragrance. I can't wait to see what he thinks. Maybe we'll talk about it on a live stream. And then 3 weeks pass by and you're like, fuck, he's not going to say nothing. And you get a little upset with me. I don't want us to get in that situation. So anytime any of you that end up with my P.O. box want to send me something, and I appreciate the kindness and generosity. I really do. I hope you guys are understanding where I'm coming from here. Please talk to me about it first. Don't just randomly send it to me. Because I might be at a point where I'm so backed up that it's not going to see the light of day. And you just like, I want you to understand that I don't know when I'll get to it, if and when. So I'm not saying I'm not interested, Tay. And I appreciate the kind gesture, just like I did with Quest. I appreciate it. I do want to smell Polo Red Extreme. I still never got around to getting it. But always give me a let's talk about it first before you just send stuff to me. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to make logical sense here with where I'm coming from. I don't want anybody to get offended. I'm not trying to offend anyone. That's what I'm saying. You know? Probably not. Which sin of the day? I do one pretty much every day. Which one? Under 150, easy to wear. A 2-ounce bottle of Zaharoff Signature Tobacco, one of the most versatile, year-round, balanced quality tobacco scents money can buy, and you can get a sample first. That's an easy answer right there. Oh, God. I would say mid 5 figures easily, 50 grand range. Probably, yeah, in that range. It'd be hard to really go through and put an evaluation and everything. I mean, I gave an estimation for my renter's insurance. I do have renter's insurance on all of that shit, but it's around 50 grand, I believe, was the estimation that we put on it. Because I mean, that's shit I don't want to lose. You know, shit hits the fan, some crazy disaster happens. I need to replace as much of it as I can. It's kind of what I do, you know. Pacha de Cartier Parfum. Ooh, yeah. And it's funny that you say that because I eyeballed it. I eyeballed it and I thought about it and I kept moving because it was about the profiles. Like you were, like your mind's in the right spot. It wasn't about them being older fragrances, though some of them were older fragrances. It was about older style profiles. We hear, yes, because that could have worked. I think the booziness to it gives it much more of a modern spin. Now, if it was Pacha de Cartier, the EDT, it probably would have been a no-brainer. I don't have a bottle of it, but that would have been like a no-brainer. I debated on Dior Eau Sauvage as well. But, yeah, that's why I ended up moving on from it because I was like, it's kind of a modern twist with a boozy note. So, because I was eyeballing it pretty hard. It's funny that you say that. That's why Argos Pour Homme, Danger Parfum, Cologne, stuff like that, because they're older style profiles, just done to the umpth degree in quality and blend. I don't find, but my wife sure stole that bottle as soon as I got it in. It's clean, fresh Turkish rose and clean musk. It's a little powdery. It's super fresh. I think it does lean. I mean, I feel like we've had this conversation, you and I. Didn't we have this conversation several weeks ago? You and I had this conversation. You were asking me about some rose fragrances because you didn't want it to be too feminine, and you brought up that you had this, and I waited. I'm about to tell you the exact same story I told you last time. Yeah, it does lean feminine, but yeah, I'm is more masculine. And I don't know. I haven't tried the Intense. I'd like to. I haven't tried it yet. So almost the same conversation. Yeah, I haven't tried the Intense. I'd definitely like to. I'm with your unpopular opinion. I prefer it. I honestly think, even though Original Spice Bomb isn't my absolute favorite, I think if I was going to recommend just one to get, I'm recommending the original. That's another one that it's worthy of going with the original first. And if you never go past the original, you're good. Because I think I literally said one of the greatest designers of all time when I did a review on it. Because I really believe it is. In the last 20 years, it's one of the greatest men's fragrances that come out. Top 10 in the last 2 decades, probably, as far as designers. I shall, Quez, I shall. Amore Cafe, sweet coffee. Yes, I agree. Appreciate you, sir. Wild Le Parfum or Eros EDP? Wild Le Parfum for me. Jay is crying somewhere for me saying that. While I do like Eros EDP a lot, actually, I prefer it to the EDT and the Parfum. Wild Le Parfum is just so versatile. It's the ultimate version of that DNA. I love that it doesn't sacrifice the aldehydes of the EDT. and I still get all the citrus with some of the fruitiness of the apple, of the EDP. I get the creamy musk. I get the fresh spice. Like, you get the highlights of the DNA across all of them, the main ones. It's just too good for me. The dry down is just, it's amazing. It's amazing. It really is. I keep it handy. It'll probably never go on the shelf. I'll just keep it handy, like I do with both the Seraphims whenever I get in the mood to spray them. So for my birthday, I was debating between this and Evening Mystique, but since it's supposed to snow and be that cold, I'll probably go Evening Mystique. But yeah, this is special right here. It's a treat. It really is. It's a treat. Seraphim Blue and Imagination. Yeah, because I love the first one and I don't really care for the second one. And see, I disagree personally, but I mean, that's each of our opinions, you know. Smoky silver color in them. That's fair. That's fair. I see where you're going with that. Oh, of Nemean Line. No, because when I was live with Dedrick, Christian had jumped on and gave a super chat, and we were talking about how that's the only one we didn't try. And he's like, oh, I'm going to get a bottle heading you guys' way. Yeah, definitely don't send me a decant of that. At some point, Chris, probably when his new releases come out, he'll probably be including Nemean Lion in there, because it's the only one I don't have. Because typically Christian sends me his new releases. Had that relationship for years, and he's a good sport. In the event I don't like it, which is rare, he doesn't put out anything mediocre, nothing even close to mediocre. Very special profiles, but he's supposed to be sending it my way. So I appreciate the generosity, really do. But it's definitely a situation where it's not needed, because sooner than later I got a bottle coming my way. But I appreciate you, Tay. Still glad to have said what I said so everybody could understand where I'm coming from with that, because that was about to be another situation. Well, you were talking to me ahead of time, but Quest was just like, hey, man, I want to do something nice, you know? And that's exactly what it was. It's a generous, kind thing he was doing. It's just like, well, let's talk about it first, you know? But I am excited to try it. I just don't know when I'm going to spray it, because I've been wanting to smell it. Everybody says it's the best Polo Red. We only got 91 likes. Really? We're better than that. We're better than that, right? 100. Okay. We're there. 148. Not the best ratio, but we're getting there. And I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. We got 148 in the chat. 100 likes. I'll take it. Beach Life, good to see you, sir. Pure Coffee, underrated. Starts off coffee, dries into the original. I am having a great day. So many fragrances, so little time. Amen. Amen to that. Oh, Pacific Chill's so good. So good. Yeah, he's supposed to be dropping 5 this year, and he does them in bunches. He usually does. That yearning for fresher. Man, it hasn't even been cold that long. Slow your ass down. It's been cold for a couple of weeks. And come February, it ain't be cold no more. At least for me, it'll be back in the 60s. At least the forecast that I've seen, it's going to be like high 50s, low 60s, which is mild weather. It's nice, but it ain't cold. That's like glorified spring weather, you know, cooler spring weather. So pump the brakes. Let's enjoy some heavy fragrances as long as we can. Shit. Let's enjoy them. There's so much shit I haven't worn yet that I won't get to wear until next year. Yeah, it's damn nice. I agree. No, enjoy them. Enjoy your winter fragrances while you can. Bunch of people did. That was my cousin's signature. Been a long day. I'm going to the gym when I get off. Hell yeah. Go ahead with your bad self. My wife had leg day today. Yeah, she's finally got back around to it. She's been away from the gym for a solid year and a half. About a year and a half. She's back into the gym. So I'm proud of you. Just like I told her today, I'm proud of her. I'm proud of you. Sticking with it. I know it's only been like 2 weeks or so, 3 weeks. You've been really getting after it hard, but I'm proud of you. Thank you. Yeah. Because look, it's great. It's great. It's great that people want to send me stuff. It helps me get my nose on a lot of stuff, because I'm buying shit all the time. Yeah, I get stuff sent to me, but I'm always buying shit too. Hell, for my birthday, we're going to buy fragrances. I appreciate the kind, generous moves that you guys like to make. It's just, I get so backed up so quick, because sometimes it's like certain things have to take priority, and I have to get to those first, you know? So a lot of decants and samples and stuff like that kind of go in the back burner. So I appreciate you guys for understanding. That's why it's like I don't want it to be in limbo and you just wonder, or you message me like, "Hey man, I sent you something. You ever go talk about it? Did you smell it yet? What do you think?" Like I don't want us to get to that point at any given time with anybody. So that's why I'd rather talk about it first, you know, just to make sure there's no expectation that you're cool with being patient, you know, because I get it. Again, it's not an ego thing. I'm nobody special. I'm not better than any of you. A few people, more people watch me than Tay. That's about it. A few more people. That's the only difference. I'm not some better fragrance enthusiast than anybody else. We all just love fragrance, right? We're all interpreting art, sharing our opinion. But I get it where you want to get my thoughts on it. You like to watch me. You vibe with me. You want to know what I think if you send me something, right? So that's what's like. I get it. And I don't want there to be any room for disappointment on your end. That's why I'd rather talk about it first. Damn, that's pretty masculine too. Let me see. Pasta Cartier Parfum, similar to Oud Tobacco. Really? Based on my olfactive memory of both, I don't really get the relation personally, but I'm sure there's some distinctive outliers that remind you of each other. So I don't personally relate to it from what I can remember in the scent memory, but decent, right? Initio Magnetic Blend 7. Never tried that. Coconut Lagoon, Mango Jaguso, and Toomey Out. Ooh, there's some good ones. There's some good ones. Skip down. Goldfield and Banks Wood Infusion. I've heard good things about that. I never tried it. Aramis Tobacco Reserve. Oh, yeah, that's so hard to get, though. I don't want to recommend something like that because partial 60 mLs are like $150, $200 on eBay. We looked a while back. For a couple months ago for member giveaway, I gave away my backup sealed 60 ml. Jared won it, the Bishop. So that's a special fragrance. There was a time they were at TJ Maxx for $20 a piece for 3.7 ounces and stuff. Like, oh, that's so good. Oh, that fragrance is so good. So good. It's a shame that it got discontinued. A couple days ago, this was recent of the day. Today. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, Club New Intense Man limited edition parfum. It's always a mouthful to say. Yeah, it sells out fast. It'll be on his next stock. I'd have it. It'd be on the way because he said it like it was a week and a half ago or something that he told us. If he had it in stock, they'd be on the way. Because when he says something, he does it. George is like that too. When they say something, they mean it. They're going to do it. So their word is their bond, you know. So I'm sure whenever the stock rolls around, he ain't gonna forget. It probably slipped his mind that we didn't have it in the first place. That came out like 2 years ago, the first round. But I don't say like I messed with him in the live stream then. It's like, yeah, I wish I could try it. Hint, hint, wink, wink. I did that. And he's like, oh shit, I never sent it to you. My bad. So I don't ever ask him for nothing. He just usually, hey man, got a new fragrance coming out. You want to check them out? He always asks me, you want to check them out? Of course I do. You make incredible fragrances. Of course I want to try them. Let's see. Mr. Sean, good to see you. Savoir Faire Magnetic Oud. Never tried it. Super Freak by House of Glory. Long-time lurker. Keep killing it. I appreciate that. Thank you. So we're going to skip down just a little bit. You think it'd be redundant? No. They don't smell the same. Because Arrow said its core is all about vanilla and mint. They both share apple, lavender and stuff like that, but not all of them. Not all the Y flankers have lavender, but the mint and the vanilla, big deciding factors. That's what make them pretty different from one another. Never tried it. I'm not a big Oud for Greatness fan. I didn't care for Oud for Happiness, so I actually had zero desire to check out Oud for Greatness Neo, honestly. Damn, that's impressive. Good to see you, Mitch. Insurrection 2 Wild. Nice and spicy. We only have 2 seasons here, winter and pre-winter. Well, that makes sense on why on why you're ready for Freshton. You have a very different climate from me. Well, I'll let you know Tuesday when we do it, and it's my birthday. The 21st, this Tuesday coming. Doesn't smell like real mangoes. Good to see you, sir. Polo Green. Was in the negatives. Jesus, got my frag by order a few days ago. Affogato from Fragrance World is great. Lots of warm spiciness. Coffee and toffee. That does sound good. Sounds cozy for the cold weather. Signature samples coming. Signature Pour Homme, Noir, Black Rose, and Royale X. Any recommendations on a first Zahara? We'll sample those first because you might find your first one there. You got samples coming. With excuse me, with George's fragrances, I've been asked many times over the years, what's a good first one? There's no good recommendation for a first one. Probably the safest, most well-rounded is Royale X, which you're about to sample. But they're all very different profiles. They build a diverse wardrobe and fragrance collection. So, and everybody's got such a different taste. Because like his 2 rose fragrances and Seraphine Blue, that's my 3 favorites. His tobacco is the top 3 tobacco fragrance for me. So it depends. You might not like tobacco. You might hate rose. So if I say, oh boy, you better smell Signature Rosé or Rose Athonite, as the name's being changed to, it's not being reformulated, just the name change, not a formula change. I want to make sure that's clear. Everybody's different. So that's your best course of action, is just grab some samples of what you think interests you and try them for yourself, and you'll be able to figure it out. Sorry. Get that up, so I don't have to keep doing that. Inexcusable Evil. I've never had interest in trying a Secretions Magnifique. I've never even heard of the other one. Novelties are very audience. No, they're novelty fragrances. They're not. Very few people are going to love them. Cheers to you, sir. Ferragamo's signature. I'm assuming Momo's signature. Everyone continue to enjoy your day. You do as well, sir. If you have Aqua Pour Homme, somewhat. So, yeah, it's identical to the 2016. It's the same fragrance. If there are some different oils, I can't tell. You know, to the nose, there's no difference. I'm a 2018 guy, though. I prefer it to the 2024 and 2016, which I do have a bottle of 2024 now. But I think it does live up to the hype. You can get it for 90-something bucks from Fragrance Buy. That's where I bought it. But yeah, I mean, it's a little redundant. They're both aquatics, but Aqua Pour Homme is more about seaweed and it's a saltier fragrance, whereas Invictus Aqua is more about grapefruit, more so. And it's a little powdery, whereas you don't really get powder from Aqua Pour Homme. Like, there's redundancy for the style, but they're not the same aquatic either. Like, there's some redundancy, but they're not the same profile. They have variance between the two, distinctive variances between the two. I think if you like aquatics, they're both worth owning, for sure. Cold weather we've been having, hell yeah. 32 degrees here in South Louisiana is too damn cold. Enjoy it while you can, because when your grass is dying in your front yard in July, you're going to feel very fucking different, Cody. When no matter how much you water your yard, the grass is still fucking dying. You weed and feed all you want. Shit ain't working. So you know what I'm talking about being in South Louisiana. So enjoy the anomaly. Enjoy the shit while you can. Enjoy that one hoodie you own for a little while. If it went in on a Sunday, it's not going to ship right away. It's not even going to get processed because they're not there on a Sunday. Do you work Sundays? It depends on what your job is, but yeah, it's going to take a little bit. It's going to be about a week before you get your stuff. Is this your first Fragrance Buy order? You would hate Fragrance Net, and you would really hate Sloma Shop. Yeah. So it depends on processing time, because Fragrance Buy gets a lot of volume, high volume sales. They're one of the biggest producers of fragrance sales. Enjoy that one hoodie. I see Christine on the YouTube side. I have a closet. That entire closet's hoodies. That's a large closet. I got 2 large closets in here. That entire closet's hoodies. The one on the side of me where the light is. That entire closet's hoodies. I wear hoodies to the gym too, and not just when it's cold. I wear hoodies in the summer going to the gym. So that's normal with them. So just be patient with them. It's hot, like I said, very high volume place. Good to see you, Austin. Argos Pour Homme, based on this morning, I would assume I influenced you. Oh, you just shouted it out. Okay, my bad. Platinum Eagle East, great fragrance. Ooh, tobacco and rouge smoking more similar to me. That's fair. Minus the cherry, I could see where you're coming from. If you take the cherry away from Rouge Smoking, I see where you're coming from for sure. I don't know. I'm going to be having a bottle coming my way from Perfume Box whenever it releases. I was talking to my rep yesterday, and Fragrance Buy is sending me Hawass Fire that's dropping tomorrow on their site. They're sending me a bottle of Hawass Fire. So I got the 2 new Hawass flankers coming from 2 different places. Yay me. Maybe they're good, maybe they're not. We'll see. I have high hopes. Remember the Hawass Fire write-up? That's a bunch of stupid shit. But I'm sure it's going to be fun. I'm sure it'll be a fun fragrance. Nice and fresh, compliment getting kind of stuff. Now, Hawass Elixir is interesting because I don't know shit about it. Other than I think it's a gold bottle. But I don't know shit about profiles and stuff like that on it. I got high hopes for both. All 3 they've released so far have been good. No, I don't think the quality is incredible. It's synthetic, but it's super mega fresh, watery orange. No, it's not a high quality fragrance. It's a damn good smelling fragrance, though. What's up, Dame? Greatness of Armaf ever. Key to success. So the greatest Armaf ever, no contest. Is it the LeBron James of Armaf fragrances, Dame? Is that what you're trying to tell me? The D in Dame is for D-Ride LeBron James. I didn't forget about our last live stream. Oh, no. You're Dick Rider for LeBron James moving forward. How I like to mess with Jason about certain things, that's now your tagline from me. You D-Ride LeBron. Yeah, I said it. East Idaho, I hope you're laughing right now. Good to see you, Dave. It's warm weather, about 4 months, then it starts getting cold again. They changed the bottles last year to make them more uniform with the Parfum. All the Polo Reds changed. Like they rebottled the EDT as well. It's the best Armaf, yes, sir. No. This is the best Armaf. Everybody's got different taste, you know. So I'm assuming you're talking about the old kind of oblong shaped bottle and then the newer, more rectangular bottle with the rounded edges. Let them know, Blaine. Let them know. And you know what? We probably at some point will get that. Hawass Intense Absolute Elixir. You forgot Parfum. Absolute Elixir Parfum. Hawass Intense Absolute Elixir Parfum. Or Extrait. Hawass Intense Absolute Elixir Extrait de Parfum. Coming soon from the makers of Hawass. A little bit. It's much more fresh, clean, airy, clean musk, white floral fresh, kind of with cut lemons. Whereas Lemon Line's more of a candied, sharp lemon. It's a little candied, but fresh cut lemons and lemon heads, both. With a strong, even though they don't really list a bunch of woody notes, I got a hefty woody presence from it. So, yes and no. Not really. More no than yes, I think. Let's see. With the top broke. Exactly. Pour that son of a bitch all over your head, right? I'm glad you guys love that because it got a lot of laughs in the actual review. So I said, I'm going to fucking clip that and make it a shorts video. Everybody had a blast with it. Did I get what from Perfume Box? Because Hawass Elixir is going to be coming to me from Perfume Box. I mean, it's not yet because it's not releasing yet. Like he had told me like a month ago, 3 weeks ago, or whatever. Hey, they got a new Hawass flanker. I'm going to be sending to you when it's available. And I was like, is it Fire, the one that Jeremy leaked? He's like, nope, different one. And I was like, well, I heard about a pink one. He said, nope, different one. So yesterday I heard about the gold Elixir. I said, was it Elixir you were talking about? He said, yep. So, well, that was easy. Why couldn't you just tell me? He's like, that's more fun to make a guess. The reps I deal with at some of these places are pretty cool, I got to say. They get me. We have a good laugh. We'll pick on each other. So, shout out to Perfume Box and Fragrance Buy. Good to see you, sir. Been watching and eating. Hell yeah. Aero CDP. Hell yeah. Mr. Rick, good to see you, sir. Cosmere Polo Green. Enjoy that one hoodie on now. I know where I'm at. I don't think I've tried it. I have it, but I haven't smelled it. Omas sent it to me, and I never got around to spraying it. It's 3 bottles back right here on this rail. You see that little piece of yellow cap, right? It's that bottle. I haven't gotten around to smelling it. Welcome to the last 2 or 3. Welcome to welcome to ordering fragrances since about the year after lockdown. Everywhere is slower. Everywhere is slower, man. I was choosing the right perfume for me. It started with Dior Sauvage. I did not get the hype until I tried the parfum version of it. Amen. I'm glad you enjoy it. That is my favorite version for sure. I always have a good laugh and a good little pick back, a good little verbal jab with somebody when they talk about how weak performing the parfum is. It's always so easy to blame the fragrance instead of accepting the olfactive fatigue, because that fragrance is a monster. It just wears your nose out quick, you know. It lasts forever and ever and ever and ever. Spray some clothes. Spray your jacket, something you're not going to wash right away probably, that you're just going to hang back up, and then check it 2 weeks later. It's still going to smell like Sauvage Parfum. Like you just sprayed it too. That shit's, it lasts forever. Swim, but I think Quattro is better. And see, Quattro is my favorite. And I have Sunset Swim from Luciano, and it's nice, but I prefer Quattro. I actually did a versus video on the two. Good to see you, sir. Precious Liquids Aqua Oud. UPS came. The wallet is super nice. Starting to go through samples now. Black Rose is awesome. Yeah, the wallet is super nice, right? The wallet is super duper nice. You got the Cashwell bifold, right? Which I have all of them. I use the Minimalist daily. I was using the Cashwell at first, but I switched to the Minimalist. And then the Passport wallet, I have my Passport in. The only time I've used it was when we went to Scotland to go see George Atkinson and Chris from Fragmental. When we filmed the George Zaharoff paid for this video, or did he video on the Fragrance Apprentice channel. That was hilarious. We went to Scotland for a few days to do all that content. That was a couple of years ago now. Right. What's up, Kaylin? Kingsgate Fragrances inspiration of Blue Electric. I thought you didn't like lavender. The fuck? You're a man that complains to me about just vomit emojis with lavender. That is a fucking clone of a lavender heavy fragrance. What in the actual fuck is going on here? What happened? I'm not mad at it, and I ain't hating on you for it. It just doesn't make sense. It's not consistent with what you normally tell me. What the hell happened? It's a great fragrance. I'm sure the inspiration's pretty close. I heard Kingsgate does good work, but that's more lavender heavy than regular Lana Weed Cologne. It's like a lot of lavender. I'm very surprised right now. Triumph of Bacchus #1. Intense Red Tobacco #2. Carlisle, then Perlador. I'm going to take all of the niche fragrances over the affordable dupe. Don't get me wrong, Perlador is high quality for being a dupe, but I'm not taking it over those 3 original high quality fragrances. Guys, rare am I taking the clone over stuff like that. Rare, no matter how good the inspired or clone fragrance is, which the Dumont ones, Barouge line and all that stuff, some of their best stuff. That's the stuff I really recommend, that line, the Barouge line. But I ain't taking it over those. Hell no. No, and that's like a 9 out of 10. In its category, it's a 9 out of, I think people confuse when I throw 9 out of 10. Like, it's based on what it is. It's not an overall all fragrances. Like, a 9 for that is not the same as the 9 for this. And this I would rate 9.5. 9.75 even, but 9.5 at minimum. That's a 9 too. There's all 9s or better for me. I enjoy all of these. I highly recommend all of them. But these original niche fragrances, yeah, I'm not taking. That's going to be 4th. That's going to be 4th every time. I don't think I'm clear enough. And I know it's, Dilly, you're good. I'm not fussing you or nothing like that. Don't take it that way. Don't take me wrong. Just in general, I think people misunderstand when you hear an 8.5, you hear a 9. It's of its category. Overall, when I say overall, it's based on its cumulative score through sent to me, 3 subcategories of performance, and it comes up with that overall score when added and then divided by 4. Here you go. Versus not all 9s are created equal. Not all 10s are created equal, which I only have 2 anyway, but because there's no situation where I would take a original niche that I give a 9 out of 10 over. There's no situation I wouldn't take it over a clone that I give a 9 out of 10 to. For a clone, it's a fucking 9 out of 10. This is one of the ones that's worth buying to me. I hope that was clear. I tried to word it as clearly as I could to make as much sense as I could, because I don't think I ever really explained that before. So I think there's some misunderstanding going on. Because had you known that, you wouldn't have put that in that list. You'd have been like, oh, well, he's going to pick this one 4th. It's a 9 out of 10 in its category. It's some of the best work in its category. It's not in the same category as these other ones. There's levels. There's levels to these things, for sure. Oh, shit. They told me they can only give me $5 or 5% of my next purchase. Oh, shit. Did you have the shipping protection? Because that's their out. And it's not just them. Fragrance Buy has shipping protection. Fragrance Net has shipping protection. And if you don't spend the couple bucks on the shipping protection on your package, they're right to refuse anything because you didn't purchase it. So did you not purchase the shipping protection? Because you can't be mad at them, because if it was your business, you might say now in the moment, oh, I wouldn't treat customers like that. In a volume business of selling a product where a lot of customers are dishonest, I'm not saying you are, but they deal with people trying to fuck them all the time. That's having a business. People are always trying to fuck you out of something for free and all that stuff. It's just what happens. Most people are dishonest. Remember that 8 billion, 7 billion or shit out of the 8 billion? It's all the same here. So I'm not defending them. I'm being logical about the situation. It's not about defending them or not defending you. Does that make sense? Because if you don't opt for the shipping protection, which I opt out of in a lot of situations, with fragrance, I get the shipping protection because I don't want to be in this situation. I get the shipping protection. Sometimes it's $8, sometimes it's $9 more, but I look at it this way. If I'm already spending $400 or $500, what's $8, $9, $10, whatever it amounts to be for me to do that, which obviously the amount of that package is not that. And maybe you didn't see the value in it, but when you get the fucked up fragrance from transit, now you see the value in it. Does that make sense, John? Oh, damn, that's how far back I am. For sure. For sure. I love picking with you guys. Never take anything harsh. Never take anything harshly, guys. Order some Argos fragrance by on the 1st. Hopefully be here tomorrow. Oh, damn. That long ago? No, I would send an email on that. That's 2 weeks. That's too long. Mine's around 10, I bet. And look, I'm probably undershooting it. I evaluated it at 50 a year and a half ago when we moved in and got the renter's insurance. It was evaluated at 50 when I had like 1,400 bottles. I got well over 2,000 now. It's probably more than that. That's a safe evaluation, but it's still kind of an undershot evaluation. Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad I could guide you towards $7,000 worth of really good fragrances. And Justin, right back at you, my man. Mr. Paul, good to see you, sir. I have not. Maybe I need to try that. It sounds like a special experience. Have you done so? What was your Rotten Tomato score on the situation in doing it? Let's see. Sauvage Parfums, where's that? I agree. Like 4 times, 5th time to go through it. Thought you were talking to me. You talking about the overspraying with a Lionheart? I wasn't. It was just in the moment. It just was I started talking, and when I realized what I was saying, I was like, oh, this guy could make this funny. And I just kept going with it. I just had some fun with it. People seem to enjoy it. Jay is here, so all the Eros EDT love he has been enjoying. The welcome edition. Polo 67 is good stuff. That was Dedrick's favorite designer release last year. I have a 200 ml. I'll never go through it. We are live. Speaking of Polo 67. No apologies necessary, man. I'm just glad you're here. We'll hang out for a few more minutes. We're hour 20. We'll get to an hour 30. Deep Blue Parfum worth a blind buy. I think so. If you like Ambroxan fragrances, it's like Polo Blue mixed with Sauvage plus Cypress. That's how I've always described it. It's got a prominent green cypress note, Ambroxan like Sauvage, and Polo Blue. A green cucumber, green aquatic smell. All of that. It's a good one. It's not better than the Parfum to me, though. That's my favorite one. There's no elixir coming out. It's the extreme. The extreme signature, basically. He will not be doing any absolute intense or super elixir like the rest. And his no, he doesn't do the crazy designer names. That's designer brands that do that wild shit. A little bigger than the one I had, but it'd be great for when I'm back in Japan. Love the material. That's quality leather. It's an original print, and it's a pebbled textured leather print. It's all genuine leather. Quality wallet. That's actual suede. On the inside, it's not felt. That's suede, where your license and everything slides through, and where the cash goes. It's all quality. George only does quality. That wallet's going to last you the rest of your life if you wanted to. Probably the one I don't have a bottle of, Tom Ford Lavender Extreme, the elusive. I just don't want to spend the money on the 50 ml. It's the greatest lavender dominant fragrance I've ever smelled. I used to have 5 ml of it. I still feel like 2 ml on my decant. It's probably spoiled now. It's been a few years. Decants spoil quick. Within 2 years, they spoil usually. When they're not made at a factory. When somebody doing it, screwing a cap on the decant, with Teflon tape and shit, it's not going to stay completely airtight. So they spoil quicker. So I'm sure it's spoiled by now, but it's not getting cheaper. Definitely not getting cheaper. Let's go to eBay. What's this? What's these crazy ass prices? So for a 1.6 atomizer, no funnel, 310, 50 ml, 432, 50 ml, 900, 15 ml for $30 that somebody decanted, pass. $222 for a 100 ml that's being bidded on with a day and that. So that's going to end up over $300 for sure. It's just current bid with 11 bids on it. 50 ml for $395, 50 ml for $409. You see where I'm going here? I had a chance to get it for $200 like a year and a half, 2 years ago, which was like, I didn't want to spend that. Now I done priced myself out of the market to where I'll probably never own it. $450, $500, $600, $600. Random refillable atomizer, $409, $600. See where I'm going? You're picking up what I'm putting down here. It's priced out of the market for me. And it's the greatest lavender fragrance I've ever tried for my taste, but it's not worth it. So I'll never own it. I've experienced it. That's how I know. Oh my God, this is amazing. But I'll never do it for that price. $300 priced me out. I didn't want to do it at $200, and then when I got the $300, it's like, all right, I'm out. Now it's $400, $500, $600, $800 shit. Amber Oud from Raja Parfums. It's like 60% close. Oh, so it's not even that close? Damn. Kalen, the new Lavender King. Don't you dare. It's had a very special mail. Oh, Beach Hut, man. That's one of Justin's personal favorites. That's a springtime killer right there. A lot of galbanum. Very green. Very, very green. That's one of the freshest, believe it or not, amouages. That's a good one. I mean, most amouages are really good. I can't wait to get it too. The new Lavender King, huh? Not really. Not really. Grape Ape special. That's grape soda and grape bubble yum bubble gum. Barouge Mysterious is incredible. Perlador is great. Spiritus, the whole line's great. They are. They're all 9 out of 10s or better. All of them are phenomenal. That's Dumont's best fragrances in my. The Tressador line is a close second to the Barouge line. Like Celestia, their Trajan dupe with a little bit more oak moss. That's a banger too. Mm-hmm. The fragrance chief. I appreciate that. So damn sad. I thought I would like lavender based off essential oil, but nah, it scares me away. It happens. I've never given a 0. I think the lowest I've ever given was like a 3 or a 4. I don't think a 0 really exists. Now we have the Lavender King. Good to see you, Versace L'Homme. I've actually never tried that one. That old school fragrance, I never tried it. What a banger of a fragrance. I feel like it doesn't get attention nowadays. Well, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, you caught us at the end. We're about to shut it down in about 4 minutes. Yeah, because I feel like, and I've never really explained that before. So I think there's some confusion out there. And obviously not everybody that's subscribed is going to see this. Because like I have some people that don't watch a video but once every 6 months. They're like, damn, you lost weight. Not long ago I fucking lost weight. I got that a couple days ago. Like that happens. I got tons of people that don't watch all the time. And usually cheap fragrance videos. That's the bulk of my audience. Over the years, and there's the revolving door, the ones that have subscribed and they don't even watch fragrance content anymore. There's a lot of that shit. Not the bots like the fucking dumbass trolls think. They think they're bots. Not. In that case, some of the channels that have been around longer than me that do way less views than me per day, I hope y'all are saying that to them too, even though it's dead channels, it's dead subscribers that just don't watch the content anymore. They're probably still on YouTube. They just don't watch the content. So it's hilarious to me. But I mean, they can think what they want. It's fine. But yeah, it's all a perception. And if you don't explain it, sometimes, people still won't even hear you explain it. So I guess I need to be clearer more often so more people will hear exactly that there is a difference. I look at things as an individual. Now, I will talk about how close they are to what they're supposed to be similar to, but I still like to judge them individually as well. I don't want to score them based on how close they are to something when I do the clones. It's based on quality, nuance, emotion, and feeling when I get from how I feel when I smell it. Because olfactive experience, wearing experience, that's the most important thing for me. So that's why I have to judge them as an individual. That's why there's tiers, there's different levels. Not all 9 out of 10s are created equally. An outstanding fragrance is an outstanding fragrance for that category. Me and Dedrick have been calling it for like a year now. It needs to be her versus Charlotte. I would love for Charlotte to win the Rumble and her to pick Tiffany, because it's kind of new Charlotte versus Charlotte. Because Charlotte's been training. That comeback's happening soon. It's probably going to be at the Rumble. I want her to come back before the Rumble, so it could be a surprise comeback with a promo segment. But I guess it'll be come back from the Rumble, and then the month. Well, she's a SmackDown superstar, so the SmackDown following, she can have her, I choose you kind of moment. Tiffany comes out or whatever, because I think she could tear the house down with her like she did with Rhea. She's got a similar style. They're super crazy athletic, and Charlotte could really teach her some stuff. Like that's such a wing to be under for Tiffany. It'd be great for her to work with Charlotte. Charlotte elevated Rhea to like the superstar she is now from their Mania matches, their 2 Mania matches. So, yeah, I think that's what I'd like to see. I know it's the boring choice for Charlotte Flair to win the Rumble, but based on the situation of what we could get at Mania, that's what I want to see. That's what I think we're going to get. I think it's going to be Tiffany versus Charlotte Flair. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte. And I don't think Charlotte's going to beat her. I think she's going to put her over like she did Rhea. I don't know who's going to beat her at some point. Maybe Jade. Maybe when Jade's ready, they have Jade take the strap off of her. Because we got to have Jade and Bianca at Mania first. That's a good one. Do you have any cues in your mind muscle connection on side lateral raises? I feel my traps working more. So it's all about where you're stopping. You're going too high if you're engaging your traps too much. You want to go parallel. You're going to start to engage your traps about here. You start going higher than that, you're engaging your traps. And then another way to kind of take the traps out of it more, believe it or not, is put an incline bench about yay, like 15 degrees from the top, chest on it, and do pendulum lateral raises where you have the bend in your elbows and it won't engage the traps as much because you isolate your chest supported and you won't engage the traps as much, and you want to go to about the same area. You're going to engage your traps no matter what, but you can limit the trap engagement. Another good way to do it is slow negatives on do an ankle cuff on a cable and do single arm side lateral raises. Then you can actually go up high because it's all about like right now I'm not engaging my trap. I'm actually tightening that side delt and I'm up at a higher point, and then you come down slow to where you actually want to get enough stretch to go past yourself. See, I'm feeling the stretch right now, just pulling it away because you want to be away from it. You want your arm extended on the track for the cable to adjust it. Get your arm on the track and extend yourself out so you can go get a deeper stretch. So there's tension for longer. That's another way to do it. You'll get tension for more of the rep range. There's a lot of ways to do it. There's definitely a lot of good ways to do it. Yes, sir. Oh, damn. My box of second soul is really fucked up. How did George handle anything with Second Soul? Because Second Soul's not on the market. George doesn't have that to sell to you. So your comment confuses me. Can you elaborate? Because that's very confusing because George didn't sell you any Second Soul. Yeah, with fragrances, it's a smart thing to do. No, I have no desire. I'm not looking to world travel. I'll pass. Well, there you go. Hell yeah. Congrats. I haven't looked at any profiles, and I'm not going to until the bottles are in my hand and I smell them first. I like to stay as blind as I can. I have nothing to tell you. I am not your source for early information with Argos, Kajal, stuff like that, because I want to stay blind until the bottles are in hand. I like to test myself. You'll get a review from me when I'm smelling it for the first time because I don't want to know shit. I don't want to know nothing about the profiles. I don't want to know story. I don't want no breakdowns. I don't want to know shit until I get them. That way I'm as blind as can be. Oh, I could believe it. That's going to be good. I think it'll be good. I have a full review. Check it out on my channel. Type in TLTG Latafa Naja Intense and go check out my full review. What's up, Kay? Ponte K Endurance Sample. I've never tried this. Not familiar with it. So we'll skip on down because we're about to shut it down. We just hit an hour 33. Tis the time. No, he's not. That's why I would like him to elaborate because George didn't sell him Second Soul. A safe pre-workout for a 21-year-old, or should I just keep telling my 6'3", 250-pound son they shouldn't need it at his age? Corey, if you still have control over your 21-year-old taking caffeine and pre-workout, congratulations, sir. You are the few and the proud, the Marines. Okay? He's 21. It's caffeine. It's just caffeine. Tell him not to go with anything extreme that's doing 400 milligrams of caffeine or more. The stuff that's 200 to 350, he probably drinks energy drinks all the time anyway. And those are all anywhere from 200 to 400 milligrams per can. So as long as he's doing under 800, actually the clinical recommendation, I believe, is to stay under 800 milligrams a day. So, which is what I try to stay under. I'm drinking this 200 milligrams right here. And my pre-workout is 350. And I had another one this morning. So that's 750 milligrams right there. And my heart's older than his. I'm just used to it. I think you love the tobacco's amazing. And Precious Treasure. Hell yeah. I think you got to be lax. At least he's not like, Dad, I want to jump on trend. I think you're safer with the pre-workout here, my guy. Because most 21-year-olds now, they all want to hop on gear immediately, even though their testosterone is crazy high. Not like a 21-year-old 20, 30 years ago, because all the garbage food that raises our estrogen as men and lowers our testosterone. Historically, we're getting worse. That's why so many men are on TRT. And a lot of women as well. It's the garbage-ass processed shit we eat and drink. But if that's your only concern with him at the gym at 21, you're doing good, Corey. Because every swinging dick that watches YouTube and goes to the gym, all their favorite influencers preach trend, talk about trend, they're on trend. If he ain't trying to get on trend, you're in good shape. That's some toxic ass crazy shit. You're in good shape, Corey, with that. Tell him not to go double scooping that shit. Then he's getting wild. That's stupid. Don't do that. But tell him half scoop it. Judge his tolerance. He'll get a little jittery from the beta-alanine. If it's a good pre-workout, it'll have 3.2 grams of beta-alanine for a full serving. That's what gives you the skin tingles, not the caffeine. I think I know there's a lot of info, but I'm trying to ease your mind for that, because trust me, it could be way worse. It could be way worse, my guy. So I hope that helps. I hope that eases you a little bit. Because you'd be surprised with some of these curly head fucks. Got veins popping out their fucking shoulders and they look like they're 19. And I'm like, motherfucker, you ain't natural. With veins popping out your shoulders at 19. Delt veins. Kid's going to die at 35. My God. Blasting that shit. Wild, man. That's what I'm saying. The generation is the young men today. They got an uphill battle with what they consume that influences them. Very impressionable. You don't realize till you get older how impressionable you were in your teens to early 20s. And in this day and age, being influenced at that age is so much easier because it's all around you. It's in your hand and your device all the time. Close to it. Yeah, close to a zero. We got to shut it down. We're hour 37. We're not going to 2 hours, guys. So where was I? World travel. So yeah, it sounded like the crazy long plane rides. 3.5 hour plane rides, plenty for me. Going around the country. Not that I've tried. It's more about the experience. You can get the non-stem. I mean, the Redcon 1's non-stem you get a really good pump. I used to mix the two because you can mix the non-stem with Total War. I use Mr. Hyde Nightmare now. I don't get jitters and stuff like that from it. So not gonna happen ever, sir. Never ever will I do that. I don't like streaming for 2 hours most of the time. I had a 3-hour stream with Omas for half of it and George for the other half the other day, and that was a special circumstance because Omas was in Japan and I did 2 hours with George prior. That was a rarity. I think it's 800. I think it's actually 800. I believe I spelled caffeine right. No, it is 400. You're right. According to the Mayo Clinic. Safe for most healthy adults. Yeah. According to that's 400. Where did I see 800? I mean, most people drink more than that. Most people do. Especially people that go to Starbucks twice a day and stuff like that. Like you're getting more than that. So I mean, teach their own. You're right. It is 400. I searched. I don't know where I heard 800 from. I do, 600 to 800 a day. I could take a nap in the middle of the day. I do take a nap before the stream every day. 4 o'clock to 4:45, I take a nap. Kick my feet up on top of my desktop, lean back right here with a busted open on. Busted Open Podcast. Listening both. I was listening to Carrying Cross on there with Bully Ray and David LaGreca. I put the volume kind of low. I was listening to Seth Rollins on Chris Van Fleet yesterday. I put on some kind of wrestling podcast and take a nap for 45 minutes before I eat my meal, take a nap, and then I stream with you guys. That's what I do on streaming days. Oh, yeah. It's all about the young men with shoulder veins. I'm telling you. That shit you ain't getting that from taking creatine. You ain't getting that from taking tests. No, them boys are on trend. Because that's the cool hip things to get on trend as a young man now, right? Well, everybody knows who Sam Sulek is that's into fitness at all, you know? What you mean was a walking heart attack? He hasn't had a heart attack. Unnatural look. I use SARM. Diet steroids. Okay, you like diet steroids. Ever since I heard the Dom Mazzetti character call them diet steroids, I was like, that's fucking accurate. SARMs are fucking diet steroids. All the side effects with less of the results. Good choice, my guy. I hope you're laughing because you know there's some truth to what I'm saying. Yeah, because I mean, we're definitely shutting it down in the next 4 minutes. At 1:45, I'm shutting it down. I've never tried Craze. I've never tried it. That's the main things. Yeah, I have a hoodie collection. I like hoodies. I got a hoodie fascination. Yeah, I collect hoodies too. Certain hoodies. Costco coffee lattes, $2.80 by itself. So there you go. That's what I'm saying. Use all natural everything. I'm big on my health. Plus, I'm a vegan, so I read I mean, you don't have to be a vegan to read the ingredients and everything. I fucking read every label for everything. I weigh everything I eat, everything to the gram. It ain't just being vegan. You got a great physique for eating no animal protein. Hell yeah, you got a great physique. For those of you that don't follow, okay, I see you updated your picture as well. Definitely look like you got about 10 more pounds of mass on from your old picture. That's for sure. I got to say that's impressive for a vegan physique. I know there's some crazy looking vegans. I understand. But it's genetic as well. You have good genetics for it too. Because if you didn't have the right genetics, it'd be difficult for you to build muscle without the animal protein. So your genetics definitely work well with it. So kudos to you. I can't do it. I love me some meat. I love red meat, and I eat a lot of ground turkey. I eat more ground turkey than anything else. Because it's not in the States yet. It's really good. Rad 140. Diet steroids. Cinque Terre is phenomenal. Someone say hoodies. Oh, 16? Oh, shit. I got one. Yeah. If I go count them, you'd be like, what? Like, it's in the like 80 range at least, I think. Like, just in the laundry room on the shelves. We've got a special built shelving setup that we put for like the regular wears, the stuff I wear to do cardio in the morning and shit. That's like 25, 30 hoodies just in there. And then that entire closet, 3 sides, is all hoodies, except for this one little section that's the paintball stuff, the paintball jerseys and actually a couple of them are hoodies. But it's all fucking hoodies in there. Oh, now I remember what you're talking about. Yeah, no, I never tried it. No, it's dark painted glass. You can't see it. So Signature Extreme. So tune in tomorrow. We're going to have George on tomorrow. I appreciate the super chat, man. Save that $4.99. You could use it towards a bottle of Real Test. Now that I know you're a SARM guy, I'm going to pick on you. So take it in stride. Because I'm telling you, ever since I heard Dom Mazzetti call it diet steroids, I was like, that's the funniest fucking shit ever. Oh my God. SARM goblins, as he calls them. That's great. It's fucking hilarious. 0. And I can't see them if I had them. You're right. Yeah. Is there a clone scent similar to Initio Rehab? Oh, yes. Sammy Andrus Purple Sapphire. Go to sammyandrus.com, get Purple Sapphire. It's actually slightly more boozy than Rehab. It's really good. Sammy Andrus, Andraus, SAMY. I'll just put it in the chat for you. chat real quick. Purple sapphire is what you're going to want. Sarm Swarm. There you go. I appreciate that. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and shut it down, guys. I appreciate y'all coming hang. I appreciate everybody that gave super chats and all that. Again, if you got some time tomorrow, George's usual time that he likes to do streams is 6 o'clock Central, so 7 o'clock Eastern. I'm not going to set it up till tomorrow afternoon. Basically, the only people that are going to know about it, that it's coming, are you guys that were here. But yeah, tune in tomorrow. If you get, yes, Blue Sapphire is his best fragrance. Hands down. Appreciate you as well, my man. So thank you guys for coming hang with me. Make sure to like stream on your way out. Check out this morning's video if you haven't yet. And yeah, we'll be on tomorrow with Mr. George Zaharoff. And we'll be pre-selling Signature Extreme. Pre-sale price and my link will provide 10% off. So the cheapest you'll be able to get it is with my link for the time being. So appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.